field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's looking for a man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They'll operate out of split backs. Power football with the run. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Offense facing fourth down.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll throw it on first down. He's right on target. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They go to the draw. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly complete. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they
pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in a hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Working the middle, it's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Algier. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Algier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Caught close to the marker, it's Algier. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On second down, wants to throw. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talk.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll immediately call timeout. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, NC State! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
NC State 23-7. Returner goes out of bounds.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the quarterback takes a knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Law. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Blue Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Finds his man, and they convert. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. Now they'll run the draw. Now facing a 3rd and long. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Comes out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Silva.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been in down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bill.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Looking to throw on second down. Got his man downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. After that completion, move the sticks, it's first down. He's going to pass. Got his man in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Algier. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Blue Devils are on the move. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Brings it down on the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. What a snag by the defense. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. 1st down here for the offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Appalachian State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. At midfield, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result,
and they're in for a touchdown late in this game. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the route is on. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Law. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the pass is intercepted.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Quick completion on the out. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high, the defender. We're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around?